This is it, guys. You have a week left. A week only. If you're looking for a legacy rack, European bison, plains bison, or springbok, you need to get out there now because it takes a while to find these guys. It's coming. It's coming. Their population reset's coming, and they'll be introduced to the TruRacs system, which is really, really cool. But, you know, if you wanted the honor of having that legacy rack, you can certainly get out there and start looking for them and maybe try and get yourself something before the week is out. That's not a bad looking boy right there. But I have over here the piece de resistance. That's a big boy. Chances are he's going to score on the lower end, though. I just have a feeling. But yeah, I thought I'd come out here to Silver Ridge Peaks and talk a little bit about the update that was showcased on the Hunting Lodge live stream today. It was absolutely magnificent. I have never seen chat go that wild before. That was just insane to see people's reaction to this update coming out. It is going to be insane. And I want to talk a little bit about what some of the animals look like, some of the hunting that Jaxie did. I mean, the saltwater crocs and their aggression, nobody's ready for that. Nobody's ready for that. Even the best of the best, y'all are going to get your tails handed to you. It's going to be insane. And I really hated hunting alligator before. I'm really excited to hunt it now because of some of the changes that came up. But let's see if we can take this guy down and see what we get. That should be good. Hopefully he doesn't come galumphing into the water. Oh, he an angry boy. Look at that stomp. Yeah, you're full of sass. You're also full of lead. So it's coming, bro. You just gotta accept it. I'm sorry. He's done. I'm not gonna prolong this too much. All right, here we go. Dang it. Oh, he had me so excited. Good shot, though. But yeah, I can't wait. For reasons like this, you'll be able to tell differences, I think. I hope. When they enter into the TruRacs system. Let's inspect them. Because right now, other than being slightly farther apart, maybe just a little bit lower than what I've seen, it looks like every other rack out there. And it'll be nice to see some variation. One of the first things Jaxie did was take us on a flyover of several of the biomes of the map, including a run along a river and a closer look at some of the fallow deer, which have gotten a rework since the new Great One Fallow was coming out. And I gotta tell you, I haven't ever really been super big into fallow deer. They're never been a focus of mine until all of this started happening, and I am impressed. I am very grateful that animals such as fallow are getting reworks. Red deer are on that list, and I don't think we were supposed to, but we kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek about a quarter of the way into the live stream. I don't know how many people caught that because toward the end, all of us, myself included, were on fire. The spam was real. I know that the moderators were in the thick of it, and on my behalf, I apologize, Kai and Pat, but everybody was just throwing out. They wanted to see the red deer, and initially Jaxie Beard said yes, and I think he was told no, and he backed off and showed us the hog deer instead. But there was one moment, like I said, a quarter of the way through the live stream, where he did part of his flyover and ended up getting a little close to one. Now, honestly, going back and watching it a few times, it makes me a little nervous because it didn't look that much different to me. Now, it was a little bit blurry because despite being 1080p, you know, anytime he moves the camera, for some reason on my end, it tends to get a little pixelated, but the color looked a little washed out, and I was a little nervous about that, so I really can't wait to see what it actually looks like. But yeah, we got a little bit of a sneak peek. Not a great one, no pun intended, but we did get a sneak peek of the red deer. Now, one of the things about the saltwater crocs and the alligators is, personally, I've hated hunting them. Honestly, the alligators in Mississippi acres, I cannot get close to them to save my life. It has been one of those hunts I've just avoided for those reasons. I hated when they entered into the water and they just vanish. There was no tracking them. There was no anything. And yes, realistically, that's what alligators do. But, you know, if we're going to call it a game, let's call it a game. And I should be able to at least know kind of where he went. And the new mechanics seem to indicate that. Like the crocodile went into the water. And yes, did he sink? Absolutely. But the outline remained and gave me an idea. Okay, he's in this spot. and maybe I could shoot him there. So, and then one of my favorite parts was that Jaxie got ambushed and it kind of went on a little bit of a roundabout with the saltwater croc. Managed to pop a really great shot off on him, and we took a look at that beautiful level 7. What a gorgeous animal. He was olive skin tone, and one of the things that got me were his eyes. They were very jewel toned, and that is a little detail that just makes me so excited. Like, I don't know, little details like that really get to me. Toward the end of the live stream, Jaxie Bear did take us on a wonderful look through of several of the species, including the hog deer, the rusa, the sambar, the banteng, which is a beast. It is a murder cow. I kept calling it in chat. It's a murder cow, and that's what I'm going to keep calling it. And it just looks like sheer unadulterated mobility gained beef. It is just beef on the hoof with horns. Do not ride your ATV around this thing or you're going to be sent flying. It's a monster. And one of the things I absolutely loved is that Jaxie did do us the honor of spawning in some rare fur types of several of the species, hog deer excluded. And I can see why. Something should be a mystery and we should be required to go out and discover things and not know what to expect. But it was a really awesome menagerie of animals, and Flinter and Scarecrow have done a really great job introducing these two species, the Rusa and the Banteng, earlier in this past week, and we've got one more coming out. He didn't do kangaroos today. I was a little disappointed, but I get it. It's one of the premier species coming out with this map. But we've got one more content creator, which Lady Legend has my vote. That's probably going to, or will rather, put out their introduction to the species. And of course, he didn't want to ruin that. And I get it. It actually kind of builds up the anticipation, because that's the thing I want to do the most, is I want to go get kicked in the face by a kangaroo. It's my dream. Anyway, and finally, one of the other animals he spawned in was the stubble quail, which, if you followed any of my recent adventures, you know that I have been on the quest for the holy quail, which is essentially the albino quail, the albino bobwhite, which is, as I understand it, the rarest trophy in the game to get. It is for males 1 in every 37,000 spawns is an albino, and for females it's 1 in every 12,000. So it is exceedingly rare to get an albino quail. It would be even more rare, and the rarest, super rare in the game, to get a diamond albino quail. So I want a super holy quail, which is the albino diamond, but it's gonna take an unreasonable amount of time. But what he showed off was the albino stubble quail and several other common variants, and I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, I don't know that it's better than the bobwhite. I've seen pictures of the bobwhite. It's really pretty. But, I mean, it's another holy quail to go after. And I have really, of late, been enjoying small bird hunting. Quest for the holy quail. Trademark me. Ding. In some of these biomes, Jaxie did say that we should expect a feeling similar to Silver Ridge Peaks, where there's going to be large open areas for hunting, which one thing I really like about Silver Ridge Peaks is that there are so many open areas that are not water need zones, where you can go and hunt things and not have them entirely obscured by thick underbrush. Like turkey hunting on Silver Ridge Peaks is amazing for that reason. And the idea that areas in this Australian map are going to have a similar feel is hopefully going to encourage people to do less need zone hunting and less water drink time hunting, and actually get out there on the trail, get out there into the map, explore it, experience it, and have enjoyable hunts as well. So I'm very excited for that. We don't have much time, guys. If you are looking to get your legacy racks in the European bison and the plains bison and the springbok, you better do it now, because you've got a week. And then they enter into the TruRacs system, and that's gone for all the better. I can't wait to see what those TruRacs look like you saw in my hunts. They might be a little wider, a little further apart, but they all kind of look the same. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how TruRacs is going to alter at least the bisons. Springbok, I don't even have a diamond in the species yet. I might try for one between now and then. We'll see. I've got some other projects I'm desperately trying to get motivated to finish, and it's just taking time. It's coming. It's here. It's time. I regret not having made it to the point where I could apply to be a partner so that I could get early access, but I'm still trying, and it is a goal of mine to become a creator partner with Expansive Worlds and the folks over at the Hunting Lodge and Jaxie and all that. I think that would be awesome. I would love to do documentary style videos on animals. As somebody who's conservation minded, that's my jam. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you listening and taking the time to hear my thoughts on the upcoming update. If you enjoy coming along on these review adventures or on my adventures in general, you know what to do to support the channel. Subscribe, like, share, comment. The more you do that, the more the algorithm loves me. So I really appreciate your time and your interest, and I'll see you on my next adventure. Bye!